Okay, so I've been really busy, like burning my candle directly in the fireplace type of busy. So I just basically been autopiloting on practice. I haven't done a new practice exercise video in quite some time because I've been busy. But hopefully, me being busy will now work out to being less busy in the future for me to be able to dedicate more time to doing things like this, creating new vocabulary and stuff like that. Anywho, so Ariane Cap did a seminar for SBL a couple weeks ago about energizing your practice sessions and what have you. She was talking about doing permutations, which is, simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, so on and so forth, doing them up and down the neck, things like that. And with my bend to trying making things a little more melodic, to doing things a little less drill like, I had a thought, while I was not playing bass at all, just doing my daily work stuff, and just I just check out and into thought experiment land, I guess, is what we'll call that, and was like, well, if I'm doing permutations, why can't I do an arpeggio? I'm sure I can figure out some form of arpeggio that uses finger per fret 4, so I can work the permutations exercise while not just doing a chromatic run, right? So, that being said, I'm combining it with Scott's 3 locations, first finger, second finger, fourth finger, arpeggio shapes, well, I'm going to call out what kind of chord it is that I'm doing when I'm doing each one of these, because no matter what, if you want to actually work your finger per fret and have one finger per fret, you can't really just do any chord whatsoever. Perfect example, the first finger, which is the first one we're going to do, is a melodic or harmonic minor, not any of the other minor chords, because all the other minor chords have a flat 7, and you need the sharp 7 for your number 2 finger. 1 is your root, 2 is your sharp, is your natural 7, your 5th, and your flat 3rd. It could be either or. The difference between the harmonic and melodic minor are in the extensions, and we don't need to worry about that, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can even do this like this. And move around the neck and get comfortable with it everywhere. You can't really go much more than unless you have more strings, you can't really go much more than the top 2 strings with this. So it's going to force you to work on the thicker, harder to use strings that down in this area. These are harder than these to spread across. It's just ergonomics of the human body. You really don't have a choice about it. We're all built a little bit differently, but this is something that's kind of a general rule. Your E string, or if you have a B string, is going to be a lot more difficult for you to get your your finger spread on than your G string, because it's and up here, I mean, I even do a little micro shift there, just to make sure I'm hitting at the fret, because my hands aren't huge. They're, you know, average normal size human hands. So that was first finger permutation, and you can mix and match it up. You want to do opposite direction. Of course, I will always tell you to rate, because I do. It helps with speed. But you do you. You want to alternate pick, you alternate pick. You want to just one finger bandit, that's your business, not mine. I can just tell you what technique I use and what I feel is better technique. Everyone does their own thing as far as I'm concerned. So that was first finger. Second finger. And again, we're just going to go with C, because C is nice and easy. Second finger is easy. It's just an Ionian major chord. Natural third, root, natural seventh, fifth. Nice and easy, comes together, works like a charm. You can do the same thing like I did with that. So on and so forth, you know. Travel up the neck, travel down the neck. You can do it chromatically, you know. Travel up, travel down, change the permutations. So on and so forth. So, first finger position, melodic or harmonic minor, just a natural 7 minor chord. Second finger position, Ionian, works perfectly. You can use Lydian mode if you feel like you need to name it, but it's just a major 7 chord. And then for our last one, the fourth finger position, we're kind of cheating here, because there's really no chord that I could find that, I mean, I guess you could call it a 6, but it's not really a 6 chord, because if it was a 6 chord, well, that would be a flat 6. That really wouldn't work. If I went minor, my flat 7 is still here, and my major 7 is out. I mean, I can. That's a minor triad with the 6th. Yeah, that's a minor triad with the 6th, but again, that doesn't really embody like a 7th chord like I've been doing with all the rest of them. So my answer was inverted dominant chord. The 5th, the Mixolydian scale, uses a flat 7, and if you lead with the flat 7, third inversion of a dominant chord, you get finger per fret, and everything works out perfectly, and all is right with the world. Granted, it's very similar to second finger that's really like an interesting shape, sort of like a weird. Anyway, again, something you can move around the neck. You can do it forward, you can do it backwards, you can just play with permutations. Seeing as it's crossing a lot of strings and everything like that, it will help you with your string crossing dexterity, your raking, if you're using raking, alternate picking, if you're using alternate picking. It will, and you can use it for speed, because it's going to force you to use manual dexterity while you're picking up your pace. It's one thing without mistakes, but it's one thing to be able to do a scale up across 4 strings. It's another thing entirely if you're doing your arpeggios and you're picking up the pace. This is sort of my bridge gap for focusing on 4 or 5, depending on where you're at level-wise. Different techniques all in one exercise. Time saving, absolutely. It's the same thing with Player's Path and us doing our genre studies by doing Player's Path, and doing articulation by doing Player's Path, where we're using one tool to hit on a lot of different subjects. You know, finger independence. You can do accent fourths. You can do accent fifths. So on and so forth. Now that I'm at like 13, 14 bucks a minute, Jesus. All right. So I'm going to let you go with that. Something to chew on, something to play around with. I'm still learning it. I'm still working on it. So if you can do it better, absolutely, you know, shine on, you crazy diamond. So have a great day and see ya.